cybersecurity to me has a couple of legs to it, if we can put it that way. There's, I keep coming back to policy and governance, but people often overlook that. They look at cybersecurity and they say, yeah, we're running antivirus on our computers. That's cybersecurity, is it not?
What hackers are really looking for when they're targeting, they will scan the broader internet and look for possible footholds. And they will then look at that foothold and say, okay, how can I get more of a foothold into this business? How can I get more of a foothold into this network? So those sort of considerations are important just when you're architecting your network and your IT estate, your landscape, is to have those considerations in place. There are tools that you can use. There are vendors like Sophos who have created the solutions to actually deal with this from your endpoint, and it can exist on mobile devices and servers.
Think of it like your gate for your house. It sits between my safe yard and my house inside and the evil, dangerous world outside. And I have a remote and I can let some people in and I can let some people out. So traditionally, your endpoint, the kind of threats that they would be facing on an everyday basis, the most prevalent one I would say we have is phishing. So for those that might not know what that is, generally what that might look like is you'll get an email one day, it looks like it comes from your boss, from maybe the CEO or the CFO. Now, where phishing comes into it, this term phishing is exactly that. You throw a little lure in, people see that email, they go, it looks like it's from my boss. Last time my boss asked for something like this, I got shouted at when I didn't do it, so let me just do it and get it done. And then that turns out to be a bad actor. Turns out to be someone somewhere that's just walked off with a bunch of your money.
Training and awareness becomes critical.
Exactly.
It's not something that you can necessarily deal with always. There are systems you can put in place, but if you actually put in place an awareness campaign and a training campaign where you're training your staff to look out for procurement department, for example, or our finance department don't get deceived or that they pay into the wrong bank accounts, you have to do the training with them. And that's also a solution that we sell as a service.
To kind of build on what Graham was saying there, like something just to be, like for people to be aware of is the reality is a lot of companies aren't in a good space with dealing with cybersecurity threats and having the various things in place. So often when you start having these conversations, it's like the sun. Like you can't look at it, it's too much. So our recommendation and the way we like to go about it is we do what's called a maturity assessment, where we look at where are you now? Like what are the things that you don't know? And then we say, look, we're not going to do all this in one shot. No company can do that. But let's take that as a basis and we say, here's the roadmap for the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and we'll get you there.
To talk to Sophos as a security vendor, they really cover the A to Z of what you need from a security solution, be it your endpoint protection, be it your mobile device protection, be it protection of your emails coming in and out of your emails provider, be it 365, be it whoever.